Today is January 25th, 2024. We are returning to a previous call I did a video on already. The one with the weirdly odd blower wheel and bracket issue. We're going to go ahead and get that all swapped out today and finish this preventative maintenance so they can put a tenant in this house. Jacob, this is your chance to shine on video. It's going on YouTube, bro. You're going on the channel. And I'm going to leave this part for you. You don't have to do a whole lot of talking into the camera, though, because I'm going to end up speeding this up.
Bro, you got to be kidding.
What?
You don't have that screw to lock it in.
Does the old one not have it?
You don't have the old one no more.
What did you do with the old bracket?
You told me to throw it away.
There's no, is it in the dumpster?
Yeah, the dumpster's still here.
All right, we gotta go find that bitch. Let's go. It always pays to know a couple extra service techs. My buddy Anthony happened to have a bracket. What's up, my brother?
You too, man. How you doing, man?
I appreciate you. Say hi to YouTube.
Yo, what's up?
There you go. You still boxing?
Yeah, man. Ain't too much going on.
Let me see that.
See what you can do with that.
That bolt is exactly what we need. That square part is fine, but that should be able to hold on to the new one.
So are these people, they just moved out or they renovated? Or?
I think this is a flip. They're either going to flip this to sell it or flip it to put a tenant in here. But we have a new issue now. Somebody lost the screws for that blower motor. So now we got to try to find a way to be able to screw it back down to the unit. So not only did you help me with this bracket issue, you misplaced the screws and he found them over there. You say you put them right there. I'm showing you out on YouTube today. I'm showing you out on YouTube today.
Hey, but you know how that is though with them screws, man. You drop them like them motherfuckers with legs.
Yeah.
I lost some screws.
So you can do the motor now, right?
Yeah.
All right, thank God. I gotta go inside and put the thermostat on. There's one down. I think like 6 more to go. Might end up being a long day. We still gotta go pick up filters for all these houses. But we gonna do it. I had another one. Just something we've already tried to go to before, but they didn't have the utilities on for us. Now they've got the yard cleared away. I'm gonna have Jacob go ahead and clean the condenser, coil cleaner, everything, scrub it down real nice, because now there should be water. Oh yeah, got a lot of water. Gas valves on. That line right there goes to some gas logs, but they've got it off. I think they're gonna get rid of that. I hope they don't get rid of that pipe, because this unit is gas. So I'm gonna go up in the attic and just double check everything up there now. Double check this thermostat right here. This sucker is old. Serviced by Wayne Joyner. I don't know what the sticker says, but of course. Of course. I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should not have. Seems like we're good. Yeah, you can still spin the dial the way it needs to. We're good here. We're good. Good with that. So it's off right. It's on heat right now. It's set to 50, reading 60 in here. So I just cut it to heat. I wonder what we're gonna be doing. I definitely am. The flue pipe's over there. I'm gonna get the combustion analyzer out the truck and just make sure this thing's not cracked. But they got the gas line, like I said, marked off outside like they're gonna get rid of it. I might talk to I think one of the builder ladies is here. I'm gonna ask her what they're gonna do with this. So, like a whole lot of other houses I find down here in the south, no real trunk line, just a plenum box with everything spidered off to it. I mean, look at, those are some very long runs right here, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If they did this box, you could easily run one bigger pipe this way and just have everything tap off the main trunk line closer for better airflow, and the same thing going on the backside. But I think my combustion analyzer is ready to be inserted into the pipe. That like that. And all this is going to try to tell me is if the system is burning the combustion process efficiently, if it's leaking any carbon monoxide, if there's too much oxygen going in here. So let's go ahead and hit measure. It's still hot. I should have just cut the gas off to the system, but I didn't want to have to relight the pilot, so I just used the furnace switch over there. I'm going to go ahead and cut it back on. No OSHA approved platform. Awesome. I'm going to cut this. I do have the fan on at the thermostat, but for now, I'm going to let this try to run back up and get my readings for this. Just got off the phone with one of my buddies trying to give me some guidance on exactly how to read this one. That is just a collector box for the venting to go right outside. There is no fan motor on here. I even checked the wiring here, the diagram on that piece right there. There is nothing that says that there is an induced draft motor or a vent motor of any kind. So that means I have to check the natural gas LPG power burners right there in the middle. So my oxygen should read anywhere from 3 to 6%, but I'm running, I mean, that thing is fluctuating. It's been bouncing around 8 to 10 for the past couple minutes, and I think it's tripping the limit on this system too. I'd have to try to find it, but the flames will end up kicking off. I don't know if that's a normal thing for this, if when the whole heat exchanger reaches a certain temperature, it cuts the burners off and lets the fan keep blowing. But that's pretty much what I'm running into, is that the gas just warms this up too fast, maybe, and then the blower motor, I have the thermostat set the fan on, but the gas valve will de-energize. I can hear the flames kick off, fan motor keeps running, that oxygen number will get all the way back up to 20%, and then I'm just stuck. So it just did it again. I don't know if you could hear the click on the video, but it just clicked off. I'm willing to admit when I was wrong. The fan motor is set on the high speed. That is the high temperature fan limit. Cuts it on at a certain temperature in heat mode, cuts it off at a certain temperature when the heat's satisfied. As well as under that red wire is the high limit switch for when it cuts off, and that's what was actually going on. Was able to figure that out by leaving the door panel off, and that never tripped out. And my temperature even up there dropped from all the way from 160 to 120. And they did have a slightly thicker filter at the return. We took that out. I've left the door on now, and it hasn't clicked off since. I mean, the combustion analysis kind of worries me, but then again, it's a natural draft, so it's kind of hard to just be able to verify that. I mean, these things probably got a cast iron heat exchanger in it. So this thing, for it to crack, would be very, very hard from my understanding of metals. But, and again, that thing read a certain amount of oxygen over what the field piece recommendations are. I normally go off of that, but I was told we're not going to worry about that, so I got Jacob going to grab the carbon monoxide detector to see if any of the vents are specifically putting out any CO, and if we get any ppms out of that, then that'll definitely let us know we're having an issue, but just got to double check. I wish I could do a 35 minutes later kind of thing here. Found out that the return is too small. Used my manometer that just fell off my bag to find that the static pressure over here is reading about 0.5, 0.6, and before the evaporator coil it's reading 0.27. After the evaporator coil it's reading 0.1 something. What? Not really? Okay. It's reading like 0.2, like 0.19, 0.2. So there's about a 0.07 inches of water column static pressure drop across the slab evaporator coil, and the total external was like 0.8, 0.85, and right there we're supposed to run a 0.5. I still gotta, don't pay attention to that hole right there in the pipe. We're gonna plug that up before we leave. I'm gonna use my anemometer and check to see if the vents around like the back part of the house are even getting any airflow, which I highly doubt, because it just doesn't seem like it with the minimal amount of static pressure that's there. I doubt if any of these runs that are over 20 feet long are doing anything. So this attic is hot. This thing has been radiating heat this entire time, and even with removing the filter and putting that door panel back on, it just took a little while for, like I said, a little while longer for that thing to trip. But it would never trip if I took the door panel off. So we're gonna get this all tidied up so we can get out of here, and I can start writing up estimates to give and pricing out material. Not sure how that property management is going to go forward with that really old furnace. We're on a whole strip. We were on a whole strip with like 3 houses that they're renovating. They're all in terrible condition. One house we went to had like all the ductwork on the supply side torn off at the boots. The furnace was rat infested, had like 2 nests in it. Scared the heck out of Jacob. The other unit is about 20 years younger than the one that I took up majority of this video. And that one has the gas off to it, so we can't even test the gas. So we're gonna have to come back out there again later on when they get the utilities on. But a lot of those units don't really have good airflow. I used the anemometer on that house and found that the front side of the house had like very poor airflow. The one with those like 20-foot long runs, yeah, those ones were terrible. But the back side of the house, closer to the thermostat, those ones were fairly well. Again, that's just because those runs were closer to the supply plenum that everything is spidered off to or from. So we're gonna try and see again how they want to resolve those issues, because I can already see it now. Once they put a tenant in there, we're gonna have a lot of service calls where people are like, yeah, the thermostat says it's set to 75, but my kitchen feels hotter. And then we're gonna go there and say, yeah, the system's cooling and it's doing all it can, but duct layout is terrible. So just gonna have to tough it out. We can either try to beat that problem to the punch, in my opinion, or we can just wait until it arrives. But I'd rather beat it to the punch. So we're letting them know about that potential issue as well. Does anybody else in their area see the same type of systems? Is that just like a very outdated thing? And as the industry moves forward and people allow us to do those kind of solutions to the system, like how does that work? Does everybody just continue to use plenums with spidered off, or what? Oh, put it to cool mode? Put it to cool mode? Yeah. All right, cool. So me and Jacob are going to try to get up out of here and get on home to our peoples. You ready to go home? Boy, you was not that happy in the truck just a few minutes ago. That was the spider. Hey, show him the praying mantis. Show him the praying mantis. What's your praying mantis? Hey. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys had a great day. Please like and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow for another video. Thanks.